Hello, and welcome to Conversations Under the Canopy. My name is Michelle Martin. I am the host for the program today and have been part of the Canopy team for over 8 years. I work with the customer success management team, providing our clients proactive services and solutions for their teams. I'm also a certified international health coach and support Canopy's health and wellness initiatives, providing resources on topics such as whole body health, mindfulness, sleep hygiene, meditation, and more. This is our third year providing this series. If you're new to Conversations, it's a series of short sessions where we speak with Canopy and industry experts to help us learn about services and valuable insights in the world of employee well-being, engagement, and performance. This program is being recorded. Please feel free to type your questions in the chat box. After the presentation, we will follow up with a recording of the program and a survey. Your feedback would be greatly appreciated. Our guest today is Shelley Carpenter, Director of Partner Relations at Balance, a full-service financial counseling agency and educational content provider. Shelley and her team manage over 300 partnerships across the financial, nonprofit, and healthcare industries. And she has over 20 years of experience in the financial service industry and joined Balance in 2021. In this conversation, Shelley and I will discuss how to increase financial health through financial coaching. Welcome, Shelley.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here.
Yes, we're so happy to have you, and it's been wonderful working with you. So before we jump into the financial planning and coaching, can you tell me and us about the basics of what Balance can provide our members?
Sure. Balance has been around since 1969, and we provide one-on-one financial coaching to consumers on a variety of topics that you can see here from the slide. We talk about everything from budget topics to home buying with our clients. And we are happy to supplement Canopy's when it comes to home buying education. We're happy to supplement Canopy's home buyer education program as well. So once you talk to Canopy counselors, first, if there's anything we can do to help, come on over and talk to us, and we're happy to do that.
Yes, and along with Balance's housing resources, Canopy also offers our own home ownership and housing support program. So we have lots of support around the housing needs, which I think is one of the wonderful things that we can do, is just sort of partner, right?
Right.
So now that we know the what, how about we dive into the why? So why should we create a financial plan, and should everyone create a financial plan?
I think everyone should create a financial plan. We all have goals in life that we want to reach, and the best way to achieve those goals is to put together a plan that you can follow and use as a guidebook along the journey. I read recently that if you think of yourself as the CEO of your life, your financial plan is your business plan that captures your vision for the future and outlines the steps you can take to pursue that vision. So it's a good idea for everyone to have some sort of plan crafted so that they can, check things off as they work to achieve their goals.
Yes, and the things that can get us off our plan are things like the non-essentials. So I know I've heard
Absolutely.
the whole
Yes,
Starbucks
absolutely.
latte example used a lot for people. We have no idea how much we spend on those, right?
The
So
little,
how,
yeah, you're
yeah,
right. The little unexpected expenses every day that we spend and don't even think about it, they do add up.
yes. And so on that exact topic, so how do we avoid that? How do we avoid those financial temptations and even those bigger financial mistakes?
Well, again, having a plan is crucial. These are just a few of the reasons that people call us. And when they do call us in these, when they have these situations, we do help them craft an action plan that we send home with them and, excuse me, that they can use to, again, check off and use as a guidebook to achieving those goals. But sometimes they don't have enough savings. Sometimes their debt load is unmanageable. They may not have thought about planning for retirement yet, or they may not have started maybe saving money for college for kids. So, talking to a person who is objective but yet very vested in your success is really crucial to getting some advice and guidance on how to get back on track and avoid these pitfalls and not have to learn money lessons the hard way.
So getting into that, how can we fix this? Can you
Right.
walk us through a little bit more about the coaching experience that Balance provides?
Sure. When they call us the first time, when or a client calls us the first time, we have an intake counselor who will, like her title states, will do some intake, ask some questions on why they're calling us, what their financial situation is, and figure out how we can help and find the best person at Balance to help them with their question or situation. We will help them set some smart financial goals. We will help them understand any financial concepts that they may not understand, terminology, concepts, how things work, processes, etc. We do share recommendations, a lot of years of experience of doing this, and are recommend best practices for really good, solid financial advice that that we've developed and learned over time. And we are also here to serve as an accountability and support system for our clients. We want our clients to call us more than once. We don't want to be just a one and done. Resource for clients. We want to develop that relationship with them and walk with them along this journey of financial wellness, whether they are just setting up a budget for a first time, or if they are trying to pay off some debt, if they just maybe had a new addition to the family and they want to get off to a solid financial start with that new addition. We're here to walk along with them and to celebrate their milestones.
And you just really spoke about how diverse the coaching topics are. Like there's so many things to consider when it comes to our finances. So can you give us even a little bit more detail how that we get into the topics of the coaching?
Sure. I mean, when people call in, especially with budget questions, or if they're struggling to make ends meet, oftentimes they have stretched their penny to the very last uh, point that they can stretch it. And sometimes it is not a budgeting issue, but it could be an income issue or a job issue. It could be simply that their current situation, their current employment is just not providing enough income to meet their needs. So our counselors will get into can have a conversation with them about their current job, if there are any promotional opportunities or growth opportunities. We're not job counselors or job coaches per se, but we do have conversations with our clients about exploring other employment opportunities if possible, in order to help them make those ends meet and to achieve those goals that we've been talking about. Helping them reach those. So they might have a conversation with them about their job, about side hustles, earning extra money, that sort of thing. They may also talk to them about their living arrangements. Maybe they're living in a home or a situation that just is not affordable. So they might talk about taking on a roommate. They might talk about maybe renting instead of buying. How far away are they living from their job? Could they move somewhere closer to reduce those commuting costs? Could they take public transportation instead of owning a car? There are so many elements and facets of financial, managing our everyday finances, that it's not just a budgeting issue. It's not just putting pen to paper and here is your income and here are your expenses. There are so many other things to take into account. And because we have a very holistic approach to coaching with our clients, we look at everything. And so it's very comprehensive, and we want to, again, walk alongside them as they go through this journey.
I know we talked a little bit about the side hustle, how there's so many people kind of reaching into that for different reasons. We talked a little bit about a passion project or whatnot, but I was reading this report about how the data behind working adults having more than one job is increasing. Like it's apparently at its highest in 26 years. So there's a lot of people doing it, obviously, as you spoke, for different reasons. It could be financial, it could be that somebody isn't doing their passion for their full-time job, so they have this side hustle, which is interesting, right?
Right. Especially during the pandemic, we found that a lot of people were starting, some out of necessity, but some because they had time on their hands. They were starting an extra a gig or a side hustle. And with the younger generations, that seems to be very much a normal thing to do. Not just because they need the money, but because they have a passion and they want to pursue that passion and still be able to pay their bills every month.
Exactly.
Which day job, yeah, until it's successful, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure there are many, but can you give us one of your success stories?
We do have a lot of success stories. One of our most recent ones was where we were doing a webinar on credit. Unleashing the Power of Credit was the title. And we had a gentleman join the call and just very proactively said that, thank you for presenting these webinars. I've been attending a series of webinars for the last several months. And because of that, my credit score has increased 75 points, which is significant. We were so happy to hear that. It's such a great feeling when people tell us, what you're doing is tangibly helping us. And so that's just one success story, but we do have many. We've helped so many people over the years achieve those things that people want to have when they're out and when they're adults and working out in the world: a home, kids college, vacation, retirement. But yeah, hearing that he just was able to apply some of the concepts that he learned over these few webinars, that he was able to raise his credit score that much, was so heartwarming. We were so happy to hear that.
Yeah, which just rolls over into helping achieve more financial health also.
Exactly.
So we do have a question
Yes.
regarding some cost for this financial coaching. And I can let people know, if you're a Canopy member, you have unlimited financial coaching for free, which is spectacular. So you get to have all of this just really by accessing Canopy. And again, if you're a Canopy member, you can access this just by calling our 800 number and having a conversation and getting set up with your referral for your financial coaching. You can also go through our member website to set that up on your own if you'd like. I don't see any other questions in the chat function, but I have a question since we have a little bit of time. Since with the social climate that we have right now, are there financial difficulties that you're going to see or you believe will trend as we kind of move through 2025?
Sure. People are still struggling to pay monthly bills. We're hearing a lot of questions from people who are wanting tips. They've tried a lot of things, and they would like some additional guidance just on how to make monthly ends meet. You're hearing it every day in the media: the price of eggs, price of utilities, rent is unaffordable for many people in this country. And so we are hearing questions on how to, I've done A, B, and C, and that's not working for me. Can you help me with a new strategy? And our coaches have, again, many years of experience with finding strategy for people to not only make ends meet, not only to survive, but thrive. And that's our goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we were talking a little bit about things like, you might have a fixed mortgage, but utilities can change at any time. And so all of a sudden you have your electric bill go up 20%. It can be jarring, and especially if you have a financial plan and then all of a sudden that monkey wrench gets thrown into it.
Very much so. Very much
Yes.
so. And just, yeah, you're not alone. I mean, there are a lot of people out there who are looking for all kinds of ways, to make ends meet each month, and that's what we're here for. So give us a call.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Shelley. And just thank you for your time. You've just been wonderful to work with. And we're really so blessed to be partnered with Balance and to have that expertise and available to our members. And thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope you will join us for our next conversation, when we're going to be addressing change and loss during Mental Health Awareness Month. So stay tuned for those follow-up details and an invitation for future events. And until that time, take care, everyone. I know it's been an interesting year, so we just wish you well. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.